What's going on, squad? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money Online Training Podcast. It's your boy, Brian Mark, and in today's episode, I'm joined by my clients for 10K Mastermind Podchats. This is the coaching call that I host inside of the 10K Mastermind container for coaches that are doing $5,000 to $15,000 a month. And your boy's feeling fired the fuck up today. Before I get into today's coaching call, I have one question to ask all of you guys, and this is an honest self-reflection. And I want you to type your answer in the chat box, and I want you to be 100% fucking honest with yourself. Are you proud of how you showed up this year? Yes or no? Very fucking simple question, requires a very simple answer. It's funny. This is a kind of a trick question because I'm asking everybody that's actually showing up to this coaching call in the middle of a fucking new year. If you're not, that's okay. If you are, say yes, because that is the question that I ask myself at the end of every single year. Is I ask myself, honestly, am I proud of how I showed up this year? Am I proud of how I executed this year? Now I'm going to ask you guys another question, and I want you guys to be 100% honest with me. Did you give your very best effort every single day, 365 days of the year? And this doesn't mean that you were fucking working 16 hours a day every single day. This means that you were fucking executing on your personal life. This means that you were a good husband. This means you were a good mother. This means you were a good father. This means you were a good friend. Are you fucking proud? And did you execute at the highest possible level you could this year? Yes or no? Quincy said, not even fucking close. If you want to get to the next level in life, you guys can have anything that you fucking want, but it requires you being able to look at yourself in the mirror and say two things. One, I'm proud of you. Two, I know that you gave everything that you had. Because when you don't give everything that you have, and we come to the end of the year, it's 2025, for some fucking reason at the end of the year, we all become cognizant of the fact that time is passing. It's not like time fucking passes every day. Every day it fucking ends and then it starts. But for some reason, the start of a new calendar year makes us all cognizant and makes us all aware of the fact that time is passing. I want every single one of you on this coaching call to step into your power next year. I want you guys to make more money. I want you guys to have a bigger impact. I want you guys to reach more people. I want you to set goals that you think are fucking crazy and then achieve them. Why do I want that for you? Because you're in my ecosystem, baby. You're in my fucking container. And if you're in my container, I want the best for you. I want you to grow. I want you to challenge yourself. And in order for you to achieve the next level of your life, you must make the commitment that 2026 is the fucking year that you fully commit. Not half commit, not when you feel like it, not when shit's easy, a full ass commitment. And then let's say you're committing your full ass. You're doing everything. You're like, B Mark, I'm doing my full ass. I'm doing everything. Well, do more because I was committing my full ass when I was doing twice a day, every day, 7 days a week. And then I'm like, I know I can fucking do more than that. So I started doing it 3 times. Then when I did 3 times for 365 days of the year, I was like, I bet you I can fucking do more than that. So I did more. And then every year over time, my capacity expanded. And now the things that I thought were fucking insane are just my normal. And I can't function any other way. All of you have the potential to do anything that you want with your life, to be able to look at your bank account and realize that you never have to worry about money again, to look at the amount of clients that you have and realize, holy fuck, I've got 50 clients that are paying me monthly, to look at the impact that you're having on the world and realizing that you're changing people's lives with your content, with your systems, with your mindset. I want that for all of you. If you want that in 2026, just say yes. Say yes in the chat box. You want that for 2026. Say it with your fucking chest. Now, Friday, it's going to be our vision board party. You know, that's what we're going to do on Friday. I'm going to bring you guys to a vision board party. You guys are going to get your cork boards. You're going to fucking set some big goals, some things that you'd like to achieve. And I want you guys to dream bigger than you think is possible. Because imagine what it would feel like to make $1 million with your coaching business. That might not happen next year, but if you're in the 10K Mastermind, that could happen in fucking 2 years from now. That could happen next year as well. But like, why not set that as a fucking goal? And maybe you set 500K as your goal. Set something fucking crazy where you're like, if I hit that, man, it would be surreal. And you want to know why I'm saying that with confidence to you guys? Because I've worked with 38 coaches now that have made $100,000 a month. And all of those coaches that made $100,000 a month, once set that goal and they're like, man, that would be crazy. And now if they make less than $100,000 a month, they feel like their world is ending. All of you can do anything that you set your mind to. But in order for you to do anything that you set your mind to, you need to be full ass, no half ass. No one cheek, no half cheek. We're talking full cheeks, 24/7, 7 days of the week. And that doesn't mean you're working 16 hours a day, but that means that you work every single day on yourself. That means you prioritize the things that you want in life and you spend every day working towards those things. That means that you cut out anything that does not get you closer to your purpose. All right, let's have some fun today, shall we? Jai, what's up? How can I be of service? Tell me some wins.
How are you, Brian? I love your new content.
I'm coming out of my shell, bro. I don't give a fuck anymore.
I know. I love it. So good. It's very motivating, man. All right, cool. So, couple of wins. I'm in a really good place with my content right now. Of pretty much, it might sound like it's taken me a while to get there, but I guess it technically has. For the first 4 weeks or so, I put together all my systems. I completed everything properly, and I put together a content plan. So this week is officially my first proper week where all my planned content's going out. My connection posts, value, proof, everything that you guys have recommended. So I'm in a good place. Got a notification this morning. Someone's booked a call in, which is good. Just a quick question for you. Everything's going really well. How many CTAs would you recommend that I have on each one of my videos? I've been doing them 3 videos out of 5 that I'm trying to consistently post every week at the moment because I'm trying to focus on quality
Mm-hmm.
over quantity.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you've recommended in the course. Once I can be consistent with that, I'm going to try and ramp up the amount of posts that I'm posting, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to go 3 out of 5. And I'm trying to do a CTA with every post that is niche targeted, which are 50% of my connection and value posts.
Mm-hmm.
All of my proof posts are niche targeted, like you said.
Yep, love it. So first things first is I think that we just need to define what a CTA is. A CTA is like asking somebody to take an action. And there's like
Yeah.
asking somebody to take an action, but then there's asking somebody to take an action in exchange for something. And then there's asking somebody to take an action towards our coaching program. So we just have a CTA where we're calling somebody to take some sort of action. Then we have like a call to action to get like a fucking guide or like a free lead magnet or something like that. Then we have a call to action to join our coaching program. I think you should do a
Yeah.
CTA on all of your videos, but all of your videos
Perfect.
don't require a CTA to be like, if you'd like some help, then make sure you comment with the keyword and I'll reach out to you. What I mean by CTA is if you go to all of my content, Jai, all of it, even if I don't have a CTA at the end of the video, the first line in the caption will say follow at the real Brian Mark to grow in social or follow at the real Brian Mark to grow your fitness business. So I always do a CTA, whether it's in the video or the caption. If there's no CTA in the video, you don't have to do a CTA in every video, but you need to do CTA on every post. And it can be like follow at the real Brian Mark for more, or like make sure you save this post to refer to it later, or comment with some fire emojis below if this was valuable, etc. So CTA on every post, but it doesn't need to be on every video. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. So all my proof posts in the description, I've always got a CTA. In my value post, I've always got a CTA that I put in every one of those. My connection post that I posted this week, I felt that the CTA didn't really go well with it in the video, so I just left it out. But I've just got the description of the post. Do you reckon I should just put, follow me for daily fat loss and muscle building
Yeah.
tips as well?
And you could also, it doesn't necessarily always have to be follow. Like sometimes it doesn't really make sense. I almost do a follow CTA on every video though. I will say that. If you look at my page, go look at my page and look at my captions, it's almost on every. If it's not like a comment for a keyword, it's a follow CTA. But sometimes, Jai, it'll just say like drop 3 fire
Yeah,
emojis. It's resonated. So like I just want some sort of like engagement, whether that's follow, comment, like, etc.
perfect.
Cool.
Awesome. That's it for today. Everything's good. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, bro. You already had the new year, right?
Yeah, it's the first today. The first.
Crazy. You're in the
Yeah,
future, bro. Happy 2026,
I'm
big
in the
dog.
future. I
Let's
know.
go.
I know. No, it's good. Good first day of the year for me. I'm on the call, so let's do it.
Appreciate you, bro. Let's kill it this year.
Thank you, man. Let's go.
Peace out. You're welcome, bro. What's up, Corey Story?
What's going on, B Mark? Welcome to the last day of the year.
Thank you, brother. You as well. How's your last day of the year treating you so far?
It's going great. I did my abs this morning, so I don't have to do it later. And I'm going to see my friend DJ at this pretty massive festival. So I'm like really stoked for her. And she got me free tickets. So I was like, all right, I'll go check you out.
Hell yeah. I love that.
Yeah. And content's doing the best it ever has. So it just keeps getting better. Kenny even was like 12 out of 10 idea. Love this idea. So really stoked for that. And right now I'm wanting to create like a resource to send out to people, like to have like a lead magnet. And I'm trying to think of the best thing. Right now I'm realizing that I'm really targeting my content towards people who are uncomfortable in the gym. So my thing is like, this is day 46 of me doing things wrong in the gym, so you don't have to. And then I just do something wrong and then I do it right. And so I'm trying to think of the best, or like, not, I guess, just a good resource to create related to that, whether it be like, here's a 3-day workout plan or a split, or if you had any suggestions.
What's the series name? Walk me through it one more time.
Yeah, it's like, this is day 46 of me doing things wrong in the gym, so you don't have to.
So I think that the resource could be like the top 25 mistakes in the gym and how to fix them. So it could be like you could take all the things that you've done in the series that have been wrong so far,
Mhm.
and then it could be like it could be an evolving document, you know, because it
Mhm.
could be like a Google Doc, and then every time you do the video, you add the mistake that you did in the video, and then you add the solution. And then anytime anybody sees any of the videos, they can comment. And obviously, the people that have already seen the videos wouldn't want to download it, but the people that are new to the videos will continue to download it, and then it just becomes an ever evolving document. And then you get to fucking video 100 in the series, and now it's 100 ideas.
Okay, and then just literally put like the link to each of them in the Google Doc, or
I wouldn't put the link. I would put like a description, you know? So the Google
okay,
Doc would be like the mistake. So like, what was the last video's mistake?
it was dips, like the dip machine, and I was talking like the hook was like, this is for the boys that want big tits but are scared to get on the bar.
Okay. I love that. So then in the video, did you show the right way and the wrong way to do dips?
Yeah, I mean, I was doing like the machine, so I'm kind of like
Yeah.
all shrugged up like this.
Yeah.
And then talked about like the importance of setting the seat height and like where you should put the handles and like how you should be positioning, the elbows going behind you. And
So what I would do for the document, you could have like that, and this could be like an ongoing Canva graphic or whatever, or like you could be like a Canva slideshow, so you don't have to like. This is how I see it laying out: is you just screenshot the video where you are doing the mistake, then you screenshot the video where it's right, and it's just a red X and a green check mark.
okay. And then so like putting like those video of like this, like, and then putting an X through like that area or like
Putting an X on the photo and then a check mark on the right one.
and then like a description of like why it's wrong and why it's right
That's
underneath
what I
it.
would do if I wanted to make an ever evolving document that was a lead magnet. Yes.
Okay. Okay. That seems
Is
like,
that easy to do?
yeah, I feel like I already have all of that like written out in all
Perfect.
the captions for each of
Yeah.
the things. So you think like doing that and not including like a video with each of them?
You could also include a video with each of them, because then that would send traffic back to the other pieces of content. That's actually a really smart idea.
Okay. So like just put that, the picture.
If you're going to do the video, you might not even need to do the picture, to be honest. So you'd be like, don't shrug your shoulders during dips. And then there's a link to the video and then a description of why.
Okay. So my plan was to put all of those videos into like on TikTok and Instagram. I think I don't know if Instagram does, but TikTok you
Series.
can do the series.
Yeah.
So I was going to do that on there. So is that kind of like the same thing?
Yeah, but it's still like for Instagram, it's like it would be a reason for people to continue to get the document.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to like brainstorm the best way to like lay that out. I like that idea. Appreciate that.
Cool. Because it's like once you do the work once, then every time you do a video, it's just easy to add. It's just boom, boom, do, do, do.
Yeah.
How many videos have you done so far?
46.
Holy fuck. So the first time's going to be a lot, but it's like the first time will probably take you 20 to 40 minutes, but then
Yeah.
once it's done, then it's just easy.
Yeah, they've been going great. And every day it brings in new followers, and every single one has been getting like 5 to 50 saves.
Yeah, that's huge, bro. That's
Yeah.
huge. If we start getting comment triggers on all those videos, all of a sudden, like those videos start to perform even better. And then now you're getting leads from it too. And then at the top of the document, it says, P.S. If you want some help designing you a fitness program so you don't have to make mistakes in the gym, just send me a DM that says fat loss on Instagram and let's have a conversation.
If you want, I'll watch the playback.
If you want some help with the fitness program so that you don't make mistakes in the gym, send me a DM that says fat loss. I'll get back to you with some help. Come on. It's a good idea.
Yeah, I love that. One other question, since I got you, is I'm reworking my onboarding to make it as simple as fucking possible, because I'm realizing there's still some things that are maybe a little too complicated. And I'm just wondering, I know that you're not looking at my onboarding, but I'm curious if there's anything to think about as I'm doing that. I've watched the onboarding trainings and stuff, but I feel like there's a little bit, I want to make it more simple.
For onboarding?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you say more, like, why do you want to make it more simple?
I want to make it like things that are easy for people to get the information, apply it, and get into action.
Okay. What part of the process do you feel like is not easy right now?
I feel like the nutrition aspect is probably like them understanding tracking and them understanding like nutrition as a whole. I feel like I usually have to reteach it to people.
Okay. Like when you say, like, do you give them macros immediately as soon as they come in?
I have them start tracking and then I give them macros.
Okay. So this is what I did when I was an online fitness coach, because like tracking macros is like it's easy for us because we do it in our sleep. But for somebody that's like brand new, it's a lot. And they're in their minds, they're like, that's why I paid you to fucking tell me what to eat. So what I did is I had them on a meal plan for the first 4 weeks, but then the meal plan was their macros. And then after 4 weeks, then I would get them to start building their own meal plans, and they could use some of my meal plans as examples. But I would give them their first 4 weeks of meals. And like you could design a first 4 weeks of meal plan as an example that you gave to everybody, but then you adjust the macros based on the client. And this is just their first 4 weeks. And then you teach them how to start making substitutes in those macros during that time. So be like, okay, so like, week 1, they just do the meal plan. Then week 2, their challenge is to substitute one of the meals out for a different meal with very similar macros. And then you can just coach them through that. And then week 3, they substitute a couple meals out with meals that they want to eat with similar macros. And then you get them to the point where they're able to do their full plan on macros. Because it's like, it's hard for people to fully understand the concept of macros. So I try to like simplify it as much as possible by pre-building the meal plans, giving the meal plans for the first 4 weeks, and then transitioning them to macros.
Okay. Yeah. I do have a meal plan, and nutrition guideline that I sent out to everyone. And it's got like a breakdown for like a few different breakfasts and a few different lunch, a few different dinners, and then like a page that shows the carb swaps, protein swaps, fat swaps to give them like understanding of all of that. But I feel like maybe it's too much too soon.
I think it's just that they can't, you got to give people the finished picture, Like,
Mm.
this is what the finished picture looks like. And this is the breakdown of macros per meal. And then this is how you would do, then you have to teach them how to do swaps, because before you can teach them how to build their own plan, they got to know what a plan looks like. And then they got to know how to swap a meal in the plan. It's like teaching somebody how to ride a bike without tricycles, or without training wheels. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, get on the bike and fucking ride. And they're like, I can't. You're like, figure it out. Like, you just balance. And they're like, but I can't. You're like, well, fucking whatever. So it's like the meal plan. It's kind of like the training wheels, You give them a little bit of a training wheels, but then you give them the structure for the training wheels. And you explain why the training wheels are the way they are. And then you're like, okay, I want you to practice trying without one of the wheels. Let's lift one of the wheels off the ground.
Okay. And then as far as like options for the meal plans, like how much variety or options? Because I feel like I've tried the meal plans and it's been like some people will follow it and other people will be like, I don't want to eat this. And so then they just won't eat it. And then they'll feel bad about not eating. And then they won't say anything.
That's the beautiful thing. So this is like the base meal plan, and be like, what part of these meals don't you like? And then this is like part of onboarding. What do you like all these meals in your plan? Yes or no? Like, no, I fucking hate meal 6 or meal 4. And like, okay, great. Let's substitute it. Let me teach you how to do that. And then you teach them how to substitute it,
I like that. Okay, right? Cool. So then now, yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, now they get to design their own plan.
Mm-hmm. So I have just, this is your plan. What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? Have a conversation with them and then be like, oh, I hate this meal. I'm never going to eat yogurt. I told you that. Okay, fair. Swap. How do these, like, give them, and then at that point, give them like a couple options for each of those things.
Yeah. So then I would explain to them how to do swaps.
Okay.
And like explain to them how to track their macros using the swaps. So like, let's swap this out. These are the macros for that. So let's swap it out.
Okay. I like that. I like it. I appreciate you. And is it okay if I ask one more question?
Go ahead.
So I'm realizing that like the one kind of missing link right now in my content is just talking about my clients. And Kenny did like give me a good idea to start using like talking about their story of like how they were insecure in the gym and then overcame it. And maybe I just need to fucking take action on that. But I was wondering if you had any other ideas of like aside from just like testimonials and like transformation pictures of ways to kind of give a peek inside of my program and to get people excited.
I'm not going to answer that until you execute on Kenny's thing.
Fair enough. As I was saying, I was like, okay, I just need to fucking go take action.
I'm not going to answer that.
Appreciate you. Happy New Year. And I look forward to the
vision board party.
It's going to be fun.
Appreciate you, bro. Talk soon.
Yeah.
Peace out. Yo, Danae, what's up?
What's going on? I'm excited for 2026. I first want to start off and say, that I am very appreciative of you, Brian, and PT Dom. So some wins. When I started this program in November of last year, I was making about $500 a month, and I think I was at maybe 20,000 followers. And yesterday I closed a PIF, and today I'm at 12.7K for the month. And I'm at 90,000 followers. So those are my wins.
Let's go.
Let's go. So I really attribute all of that to mindset and just deciding that this is what I'm going to do and then taking action on it. So my questions for you are, in terms of content, my plan is to do 2 posts a week, Monday through Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday do 1. But since I'm increasing the volume, do you have an ideal split in terms of connection value and truth that you have found has been beneficial? That's question number one.
Yeah. So I have when I'm posting volume, I have you're posting so in total 14 times a week, correct?
Right now I'm posting 7, but I'm going to be increasing to 14 in the new year.
Understood. So with the new posts, whenever I'm posting the volume that you're posting, I would say 2 out of those 14 posts today should be viral reposts. That's something that I've been doing recently with my content. So like 2 posts a day every day of my content is viral reposts, and they are fucking crushing. I would say 2 out of the 14 posts minimum. I would even argue like 3 to 4 should be viral reposts.
Okay.
And then in terms of the extra content of like what you would do more of, what I would do more of on your page today is the content that is performing the best. So it would be like because you've got a good mixture of connection proof and value now. So like your income is growing, so everything's consistent. So I wouldn't change up your content strategy. What I would do if I was going to post more content is I would look at the content that is performing the best on my page right now. I would be creating other formats of that, or creating other versions of that, or creating other things that are in line with the best performing pieces of content. And then I would be posting probably 3 to 4 of my most viral videos I go in the last 12 months today. My most viral videos in the last 12 months, I just repurpose them. I just repost the exact same video.
Okay.
Saves you time with creation, because then you don't have to create 14 videos a week. You're only creating 10. And it's honestly grows your page like crazy. Like my page is growing like nuts because I'm doing that.
Okay. Got it. All right. And then when I'm reposting any of those posts that have done really well, would you advise maybe redoing it the same exact way, but maybe changing the hook or keeping it exactly how it is?
I literally take the exact same video from my Dropbox folder and I post it.
Got it. Okay.
I want to add to that. Sorry, one more thing too. But another thing, Danae, is that if the video is consistently going viral, then that gives me a format for how Instagram likes to receive content. So I will also do more pieces of content that are very similar to that video.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. And then in terms of mindset, I think, I set a goal for myself and now I have surpassed that goal. And I think I'm in a period of shock or disbelief. And so I'm just wondering, when you've ever hit a goal that you've set for yourself, do you immediately go into, all right, what's the next thing? Like, what do we need to work on? Do you give yourself time to sit in achieving that goal? What's your take on that?
Yeah, it's like that. That's a great question. It's kind of like the analogy is that you spend, let's just pretend we're talking about hiking up a mountain. It's like when you hike to the top of the mountain, as soon as you get to the top of the mountain, you don't immediately go down and then look for the next peak or look for the next peak. You need to take a moment to stand up there and just look at the fucking view from the peak, So I think that it's important that, over the course of the next 24 hours, 48 hours, on the weekend, do something to celebrate you. Maybe that's just a couple hours by yourself. Maybe you take you and your family out for a nice dinner. Maybe do something that's going to celebrate you and really relish in that accomplishment. And also you created a beautiful life, or now you're growing on social media, you're making 12.7 thousand. So now that you've achieved all your goals, I want you to think bigger. I want you to think bigger. And it's not just think bigger and oh, I need to work harder towards the things that I want, but it's what kind of life do you want to live? What kind of mom do you want to be? What do you want your fitness goals to look like? What kind of, partner do you want to be? Because if you created this vision, the vision where you you hit 10K, and I know that was your goal at the start of the year when you did the mindset program, why can't you set bigger goals and achieve them? And so, yeah, take a moment to relish and reflect and be grateful, but also you set this big goal and you hit it. So why can't you do that with another goal?
Right. That's very true. Very true. Yeah, that was my question. I just want to say I appreciate you and the team. So thanks. That's all.
Appreciate you, Danae. Super proud of you. Congratulations. Happy New Year.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Q Rush, big dog. What's up?
What's up? Can you hear me? Am I good?
Yes, sir. You're looking juicy, bro.
Yeah, feeling good. Feeling good right now. Feeling healthy. It's probably the healthiest I've felt. Not just strong, but all around. So it feels good. Cool win too. I actually shared it yesterday, but I want to share it with you directly because you're in my head. November, what was it? October, November, back-to-back record months. Loved that, right? And then December was shaping up to be the worst month of my year. And it wasn't unlike it's December's fault, just the way shit shaped up. But literally yesterday, collected $2,400 in new cash, bumped my month up to not a record or anything, but got me into a good spot, an average. And it was the last day of the month, basically. And you're always saying the month ain't over until the month's over. And I was thinking about that shit. So feel good about that.
Let's go.
And I got me to over 100K for the year as well. So that was clutch. That was a good thing. So actually, this one's something I'm thinking about. I'm going to do it. I'm just trying to think about how to execute this in the best way. So I noticed that a lot of people are doing series and things like that. And I was already thinking about doing this prior anyways. So don't let the skin fool you. I turn 40 next year. And I was thinking about doing like a fitness, health bucket list of 40 type thing. So like a series, basically like I wrote all the goals down, but my plan is my birthday's in September. So 9 months from January to my birthday. So 9 things on the bucket list. Seems like a good, nice number. 9 things to do before my birthday. That's not a good idea for a series.
That sounds like a great fucking idea.
Sounds like a good idea. So my question, I guess, is I saw, I think it was Brock Johnson. You're probably familiar with him, marketer. And he was saying when you do a series, there needs to be like some type of punishment or some type of like what happens if you don't make it happen. Do you think that's a good way to add to it? I haven't seen anybody else in our community really doing that. Or how can I make it like, I guess, more exciting for the viewers, for the people tuning in? Like, why do they want to tune in to me doing this?
See, yeah, it's like Adley talks about that as well. It's like adding an element of risk. So like, what would be the 9 things on the bucket list?
That's what I'm going to figure out today. But I wrote down some. And that's
so like, I think there should be like
my avatar completely. Like that's what I'm thinking.
I think it would be like there would be like mini challenges. So like if there's 9 things that you're going to do, maybe it's like a fucking marathon or a half marathon or, not an Ironman. That's fucking crazy.
Running's on there.
So like, so adding all those things to the bucket list. And then if you don't do the thing, there's like mini consequences. And then there's like major consequences, like you shave everything bald or something. I don't know. Or you get a tattoo of a person you don't like or something like crazy if you don't do it.
And I was thinking, I wrote down like punishment per goal. So not just like if I miss it, there's one punishment. It's like each punishment or each goal have its own punishment, basically.
Yeah. I also would have like a punishment and a reward.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea.
Because it's like, if I don't do this, then this happens. If I do this, then this happens.
Yeah, I didn't think about reward. You got to have a good side, the good coin too.
That's right.
And then I guess, because like everyone else's series, it's one thing. Like Janelle's, it's like, my goal to lose 180, pretty easy to explain. With a bucket list, how am I going to roll this out? I mean, I guess I don't need to explain every goal. I just kind of explain the goals as they come up, like,
Yeah, I would say like the video could start by like, I turned 40 in 9 months and I've got 9 things that I've got on my fitness bucket list before I turn 40. And this is thing number 1. Like, and then it'd be like, so you could do a video to explain the series to start. And then in the caption, you could explain the series so that people could like follow along with like what the series is actually about.
Mm-hmm. And then Janelle kind of was helping me with this part. Since there's so many kind of different things going on, I don't need to update on all 9 things every day. So let's just kind of rotate maybe once a day on the one thing I'm working on or whatever, something like that.
Is it going to be one thing every month?
This is kind of the brainstorm. This is what
I would say it should be one thing every month. Because if it was like 1 month you were training for a fucking run, and then 1 month you were training for like to hike the top of a certain mountain, and then 1 month, you know what I mean? Then it's interesting. Every month you're like working towards a specific goal.
Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking, and I haven't wrote them all down yet, so I'm not committed to anything, but I was thinking some goals might take 3 months. Some goals might take 4 months. That's what I was also thinking. So, but I do like the idea of monthly because that's a lot easier to latch onto. All right, I'll put some thought into that. Or maybe a mixture. Yeah, no, if I do monthly, it has to be monthly the whole time.
Yeah, agreed.
Shouldn't do like mixed with long-term ones.
Yeah, I think that like it would make it harder to follow.
But then when people are doing like Janelle's trying to get to 180, that's going to take years, months, years,
So like the reason you said you had 9 months. So when you said you had 9 months, you have 9 things to do. That made me think that you were doing one thing per month.
Okay.
No, that's what I mean?
That's why I'm asking you, because I haven't thought. That's a good idea.
But it also could be like one big goal that you try to commit to before you're 40. Maybe it's one big goal.
That's what kind of ChatGPT gave me. It was like one big goal or 9 little goals. It's pretty much the decision right there.
Yeah.
I like 9 goals more than one personally. I think that for my style, because I like to work on different things. So I think 1 a month. I'm just gonna have to really decide what the first one's gonna be.
There's like what are those things that like they're not Ironmans, but they're like what are those things where people like run around in the mud and shit? Tough Mudder. So like you could do like
races, Tough Mudder, yeah.
Tough Mudder, Spartan. You could do all these fucking different things. I think people would love that shit.
I know there's High Rocks here in Phoenix.
High Rocks
next month. That's next month, or maybe March. Actually, she's in this CLA. This girl Ashley, she wants me to do it with her.
That I guarantee you that shit would crush because people are gonna like you doing all these different things. People are gonna be, oh, this guy's an athlete.
Yeah, and I got just enough time to get ready for it.
Let's go, bro.
All right, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with the monthly ones then, and then I'll rewatch this what you said about rolling it out. But basically, just say, hey, I'm gonna try to complete, not try. I'm gonna complete these 9 things before my furry birthday. Blah blah blah.
Yep, love that.
All right, awesome, man. Thank you. Happy New Year's, bro. You looking good? So I seen that flex, bro. Don't be flexing on me like that when you start.
I'm trying to keep up to you, bro.
Happy New
That's
Year,
what boys say to each other. I'm trying to keep up to you, bro. Appreciate you, Q. Peace out. Yo, Jared, what up?
What up, B-Mark? How are you?
I'm doing amazing, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing freaking fantastic.
Good. I love that. Tell me some wins, brother.
My win is I just made a sale at the start of this call, and
that.
I got to 6.3 this month, which is the most money I've ever made in a month.
Hell yeah, brother. I love that.
Yes. My question, I have 2 questions, I think. My first question is that call that I was just on at the end when he was telling me, like, I was telling him it's $350 a month, and he told me that he's on disability, so he could only afford $150 now, and he doesn't get paid for another month. And in that moment, I was like, okay, how about this? How about we just do your first month as $150, and then we'll do the next 2 months as $350? And he was like, yeah, that works. And it's like, I did that twice because there was another person I signed up, and I just changed the price immediately when they said they couldn't like afford the $350 right away. And I was wondering if you think that I should keep doing that or try to make it so that I get the entire $350 for the first month.
Well, so like I understand why you did it, because you're like, I need to make this fucking sale. Like I'm gonna close this motherfucker. But also, like, if you get in the habit of constantly like just giving them exactly what they can afford, then it's almost like a cop out, you know? You don't like really push yourself to get as good as you could get at sales. So with this dude, it's like it would have been if I were you and I had your business, I would have taken like $150 deposit. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. Let's get 150 in right now, because that's what you can do today. We can do the remaining 200 in 15 days from now. I'll get you started in the program immediately so you don't have to wait, because I want to help you transform your life. I want to help you get XYZ result. We'll get you into the program, get you the questionnaire, and then you can do the remaining 200 on the fucking 15th. And then from there on moving forward, 30 days after that, it'll be $350 a month. So basically, if you put down the 150 deposit right now, I'm going to give you the next 2 weeks for free. You give me the 200 on the 15th, and then after the 15th, the 350 will start every month. How does that sound?
Awesome. Yeah, I should start framing it so that's like I'm just keeping them in the program a little bit longer and still getting the full payment.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, awesome. And the next thing was my main avatar struggles with like consistency and like actually staying on top of it. So this is definitely something I need to just get a lot better at. But a lot of my clients, like 5 of them, they're not weighing in and they don't upload their progress photos. 2 of those out of those 5 are pretty new, but I'm assuming that it's because of my onboarding. I was watching my onboarding and it was like, I don't really specify, like you need to weigh in every morning. We're going to do progress photos every 3 weeks. And I was thinking that I should spend today just redoing my onboarding again. And it feels like it's like the 5th time that I've redone my onboarding. It's just going to be something I always have to redo until it's perfect.
The amount of times we've redone the onboarding for the CLA, for the 10K Mastermind and Millionaire Mastermind, is fucking disgusting. Like in the last like 8 years, it's probably been like 20 times. So
yeah,
like,
I think that
we literally just made it. We just made a change to it like a month and a half ago, and I've been in business for 8 years. So yes, it's like one of those things that you constantly have to optimize for onboarding. Whenever you guys notice that there's something that's like missing in the client experience, especially that would be like that's like a must have, you know? And then even with all the clients that aren't checking in, bro, or like not consistent, just give them a call. Hey, what's up? And then you just like catch up, see how they're doing. And then just like, hey, by the way, in terms of the weigh-ins, I have a favor to ask. Can I ask you a favor, Jared? And they're like, yeah, sure. Like, I need you to weigh in every day. And I'm like, I know it's kind of annoying, but if you weigh in every single day, it's going to make it way easier for us to achieve your fitness goals. And you're going to see the fluctuations on a daily basis. And I want to make sure that you lose the 20 pounds that we talked about when we first started the program. So I need you to weigh in every day. Can you do that for me? Done. Boom.
You told me last week or 2 weeks ago also to call people that weren't doing the check-in form like the next day, like as soon as check-ins were due, if they didn't do it, call them. And I did that. And so many people checked in and it was great, but I felt so awkward.
What do you mean you felt like you do fucking sales calls?
It was just strange calling people out of the blue and they're like, hello. And I'm like, yo, man, what's going on? Like, you didn't fill out your check-in form. And they were like, some of them were appreciative, but some just felt awkward.
Dude, you gotta get over that shit. You should cold call your clients every fucking week. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Now that you told me it's awkward, you should fucking call them every week. Not actually, but like you definitely fucking like these are your clients. They're paying you money. They trust you.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
All right.
Thank you.
I got you, bro. You got this shit. I believe in you. Peace out.
Thank you. Peace.
What's up, Rachel? Tell me some wins.
All right, what's up? Let's see some wins. Since I've joined the program, I've made consistent 5K months, but actually over 5K, but it's been consistently above 5K every month. I haven't quit yet, even though I want to. No, I don't want to, even though I feel like the exterior world wants me to. I haven't quit yet. So those are my wins.
What do you mean by that specifically?
What do I mean by that? Like, since I even like considered joining, my health has just been shit. And it like has actually gotten worse and worse, but now it's starting to get better. So it has gotten like way fucking worse before it started to get better. And it's like, I feel like it's like every fucking thing that I do, it's like obstacle, obstacle, obstacle. And it's just like, you know, like there's a part of it. I love fucking adversity and I love being like the one who can overcome. But at some point it's just like, what the fuck? Like how much shit do I have to overcome to, yeah. So that's what I mean by that.
Okay. Tell me more about that.
Well, specifically like,
all of it. Tell me everything.
all of it. So, okay. So I have MS and I was redoing my rental property in Detroit and I had a flare up there. And like, I went from running 3 miles a day to like walking like shit. So there was that one. And it's like, okay, so I want to fucking sell this house because I feel like I can't do it and it's so hard, but I still have the house and I still do it. And then after that, I moved to like this new city. And there, like the apartment I lived in, it was like, the conditions were like, even though it was like $1,600 a month, it wasn't like a cheap ass apartment, but it was, the conditions just didn't work for me. And I just like got no sleep. Like the heating and cooling was fucked. Anyway, so like a year and a half, I just lived there with like really shitty sleep. And then my walking got worse, but then I finally built up to like being able to walk a mile, which feels like nothing, you know, without a cane, walk a mile without a cane. And then I move out back here to get out of there. And then weird family shit happens. And then I have another flare up. So now I'm like, and like, this is shit that I don't even like, obviously don't post it online or like, but I have a fucking walker. So I'm like walking with a walker. It's just right. I just got my first walker and it's just like, I might cry talking about it. It's just like, yeah, it's so hard.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Let it out. There you go.
It's so fucking hard. It's like,
there you go.
Do this, but it's like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm falling behind. Like I'm not creating enough content, but then when I do create content, like people like it, but it's like, I still don't know who the fuck I'm speaking to. I keep attracting like really, like I no longer want to work. This might be shitty for me to say, but like, I don't want to work with sick people anymore. I was like, oh, I have an autoimmune disease. I want to work with people with no, I don't fucking want to work with those people anymore because it's like, it's so like, it's like I'm their fucking therapist or their doctor and it's like, I'm just trying to keep my own shit together. I just want to help you get muscles and lose weight. I don't want to help you do all that other shit anymore. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like,
good to let that out.
Yeah. And I'm like cutting my whole fucking family off and they all think I'm crazy. They're like, why don't you just go back and be a math teacher? Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Okay.
Like,
So, okay. So
yeah,
I feel like there's a little bit of a release that need to happen, you know? Sometimes you need to let it the fuck out. Sometimes you just like, whoosah, you know, get it out. And sometimes you need to vent, you know? Sometimes you just need to fucking say some shit that we needed to fucking say. All right. Yep. Are you open to an alternative perspective?
Yeah.
Okay. You said something that I think is interesting because the thoughts that we have create our reality. And you said, oh, I love adversity. I love adversity. I love challenges. I love overcoming challenges. Overcoming challenges is like great, but like how many obstacles do I need to overcome? So like the obstacles that you're currently experiencing right now are the obstacles that your mind is putting in your path. And you're not doing this consciously. We don't consciously like put a fucking obstacle in front of our face and be like, oh, I want to overcome this. You know, we don't consciously do that. That's not something no human being would willingly say, give me an obstacle. But when we come from, and I can speak to you with conviction, Rachel, because I came from adversity. It's like I came from the dumps. I know what it feels like to be at fucking rock bottom. I also know what it feels like for my mind to keep consistently creating these fucking things that end up happening because I haven't fucking done this. I haven't fixed this. I haven't shifted my perspective on what I believe I deserve and what's possible for me. So I think it's very important that we start becoming very aware of our worldview. We need to become very aware of our perception of the world. And my definition of perception of the world is when you say to yourself, I love adversity. I love overcoming adversity. I love challenges and obstacles. But then everywhere I look, there's an obstacle. you will always see more obstacles because whatever we focus on is what expands. It's like we can't escape that, you know? It's our fucking mind. We see it. That's an obstacle. I see another obstacle. I see another obstacle. There's another obstacle. There's another obstacle. There's another obstacle. There's another obstacle. It's all we can fucking see. So we have to shift the things that we're focusing on and shift the things that we spend energy on. And we have to shift, especially when it's fucking hard. Because when it's hard is when we need to do the most work. Like when it's like when you're walking that fucking walker and you're like, it's like a fucking struggle. And that fucking walker is just like eating you alive. And you're like, why the fuck am I walking with this walker? And I haven't even posted on social media today. I haven't fucking done the niche work. I need to do niche work. And then you start getting in your head about all the things you're not doing. Let's like, let's pause. Let's take a second and let's practice something that feels impossible in moments like that. And the thing that feels impossible in moments like that is like, dude, you're not a fucking math teacher, right? You're not a math, you could be, but you didn't. You fucking quit and you went in on your business. And now you're generating $5,000 a month with your fucking business. You've got all this shit going on, and yet still you generated $5,000 a month with your business. You had an apartment you didn't fucking like, and instead of living there for the rest of your life and hating it, you decided you were going to move it. Now you're in a fucking new spot. It's like all of the things that quote unquote suck also are fucking awesome because there's all these adversities that you're overcoming. And even in moments where you literally feel like there's nothing to be grateful for and you're like, fuck every part of my life, dude, you're fucking breathing, you know? There's a breath in your lungs. There's a lot of people that didn't wake up and fucking open up their eyes today. There's a lot of people that can't fucking walk. There's a lot of people that are in fucking wheelchairs. It's like while you're in a walker, there's somebody in a wheelchair. You know, so there's always something to be grateful for is the first thing, is we have to learn how to practice gratitude in the fucking shitty moments. Have to. It's important. It's everything. It's imperative. And there's a difference between saying I am grateful for something and feeling actual gratitude. Like I feel gratitude when I like look at my baby girl and she's like looking me in the eyes and I'm looking at her and she's looking at me and I'm like, oh my God, this is like my baby. Like that's like genuine, like fucking gratitude versus me like writing down on a fucking piece of paper, like I am grateful. Like that shit doesn't do anything, you know? You got to feel the gratitude. And I think that the release that you just experienced was like stuff that you needed to get out. But it's like, now that we got that out, let's start shifting our perspective. You know, it's like we have to, and this is the thing. Okay. This is going to take some motherfucking work. Okay. It's like, this is the work that nobody likes to do. You know, this is the work that most people avoid because sitting there by yourself when you feel like your life is shitty and then fucking telling yourself every day, I'm so fucking grateful that I'm not a math teacher anymore. I'm so fucking grateful that my business is doing $5,000 a month. I'm so fucking grateful that I managed to build a successful online coaching company. I'm so grateful that I have fucking breath in my lungs. I'm so grateful that I woke up today. I'm so grateful that I'm like, I have the awareness to show up for this coaching call. I'm so grateful that I'm in a container of people that like want me to win. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So like, that's the first part of the work. How do you feel about that?
I feel like it's true. I feel like that is a missing piece of what I'm experiencing right now is being grateful for what I have. I'm like just so hyper focused on like, oh, fuck, I have to go to physical therapy and they just put these fucking, and then I got to do this and I haven't recorded any, right? So it's like, so I hear you. And I think it's a big piece for sure.
Here's another thing. So like, that's one piece. Another piece is this. You deserve to live an amazing life. And I think that when you focus on all the things that aren't working so frequently and so often, it's really hard for us to feel like we deserve an amazing life. And it almost feels like we deserve the life that we currently have, you know? But it's like, you need to start wishing for bigger things for yourself, you know? And then start working towards those things. Like imagine what it would feel like to walk around without a walker. Imagine what it would feel like to have your coaching business over $10,000 a month. Imagine what it would feel like to every single day wake up with passion and purpose. Imagine what it would feel like for those things. And then let's start like creating that fucking reality for ourselves because you can do that. Like you can do that. You don't have to live in a reality where like every day is hard. You can live in a reality where like every fucking day is a great day. And it doesn't mean that you don't experience adversity, but while you're experiencing adversity, you're doing it with a smile on your face because you know that you deserve an amazing life. It's like you are a strong person for dealing with all the things that you've dealt with to the level and the degree that you have and getting to this level of success. But I know that you can do more. And doing more doesn't mean working harder. Doing more means that like you see a better life for yourself and you're willing to work towards that and you're willing to do the work. And the work for me, for you, Rachel, is like the daily mindset shift. And the daily mindset shift, it like starts in the morning by like doing your morning ritual and spending 30 to 45 minutes, like literally just getting clear on what you want, why you want it, you know, what kind of life you want to create. and like setting the intention for the day of like having a great day. But the daily work is also like the constant shifts throughout the day. When you start feeling anxious, when you start feeling overwhelmed, when you catch yourself fucking slipping, you catch yourself like complaining in your head about something, and you're like, whoa. Let's find something to be grateful for. You know, like that's the daily work. And if you can start doing that work on a daily basis, starting in the morning every day, and then throughout the day every day, it's like slowly over time, you'll notice your mood start to shift. And as you notice your mood start to shift, you're going to notice the results in your business start to shift. Because if you got to $5,000 a month and you're not feeling your very best, when you start feeling a lot better, you're going to start making a lot more money.
Yeah. That made me tear also when you were saying that. And yeah.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to work on my mindset. I'm going to focus on the life that I deserve and the life that I want to build and like the reason why I'm fucking here instead of all the problems that I obsess over.
Who here thinks Rachel can fucking do it? If you do, just everybody unmute yourself and say, I do. If you think Rachel can fucking do this shit.
I definitely believe you can do it, Rachel.
I do. You got this.
I fucking do.
Thanks.
We
Appreciate
believe
it.
in you. We're going to hold you accountable.
All right, cool. That wasn't my question, but I did eat up a lot of time. So,
Hit me with your question.
okay, my other question was exactly where is like, I feel like I have so many different places where I need to fucking do the work. And what is like my most important that I should start in? So like, it's like redefining my niche, creating more content, making sure my clients are legit, which I think is probably number one actually, which is what I learned from Janelle. And then like also all of my back end shit's a hot mess. My finances, like keeping track of expenses and all that, it's a fucking hot mess. So like, where would you say is the most important place to start?
Number one, mindset. That's the most important fucking project. I would say number two is knowing where your money is, like knowing where your expenses like, and you can just do this by like 30 minutes by pulling up your bank statements and seeing, you know, what your expenses are and what your income is. I think having a fucking pulse on that is very, very important. So I would say that's number two. Number three would be the client experience because you already have clients that are paying you money. Number four would be niche because you need to figure out who you're speaking to. And then number five would be content.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're
Appreciate
welcome. Have the best day of your life. Bye-bye. Elliot Allen, what's up, bro? Tell me some wins.
Yeah, we hit 10K again. I don't know if I told you November we hit 19.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
sick.
did 19K in November. We just cleared 13 something this month. So, and for the entire year, I finally hit six figures for the first time in my entire life. And I did that without the job. I did that on my own. So that was pretty
Huge.
cool to see.
Huge.
And then speaking of six figures, I cleared 100K on Instagram as far as followers go. So that's growing super fast.
$100,000 on the year, 100,000 followers on Instagram is not fucking bad.
In the same year.
Hell yeah. I love that.
I think I was at like 1,200 followers or something when I started with you guys. So 100,000 followers in a year is pretty sweet.
For everybody that's listening to this right now, that's like on the podcast, what would you say is like, you know, what would you say are some things that helped you go from 1,200 to 100,000? Because a lot of people on this call right now, I know Julian's new here. What's up, Julian? Julian would love to grow on Instagram as well. So what would you say are some of the things that you did that helped you really grow?
Finally figuring out how to talk to my avatar and then being 100% consistent day to day.
How many posts do you make per day?
I post at least one time a day. I'll try to post two, but I committed to myself post one time a day, and I've stuck with that since I think I started doing that in like sometime in the summer.
Cool.
So about half the year.
Cool.
So I committed to one time a day, and I finally figured out how to actually talk to my avatar. Is kind of weird. I mean, I coach athletes, but I try to talk to the parents. So once I figured that out, it started to blow up for sure. But the consistency is the biggest part. The algorithm doesn't know who you're talking to until you do it every single day. So that's what I learned.
Perfect. All right. How can I be of service?
Well, with the growing platform, I'm getting some inquiries. I get quite a few inquiries when it comes to like brand partnerships and stuff like that. So I wanted to get your take on it. There's one, I have another meeting with them Friday.
Yeah.
We haven't gone into detail yet. I tried their product. It's a supplement company that's geared towards my niche. And the only reason I'm interested in it or like seeking out what they're wanting to do is because of like the niche that they're in. I tried all their product. They sent me all their stuff. So just trying to get like a solid idea before I go into that call and like, cause I'm thinking it might be we'd like you to create content for us using our product type of thing. Mm-hmm. And I know this might be a decent question for Janelle because she works with, I forget the clothing brand that she works with, but just trying to get some ideas if you're familiar at all with doing like brand partnerships and stuff like that. Cause there's another company too that we might work out some deal in the future. So
yeah, it all depends on like what the brand is looking for. So like if they're looking for like a couple posts, it's like all you have to do is go to ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT your insights for like how many profile visits you get per month, what your average view count on your videos is, how many followers you have, and then ask it for like what the average influencer charges. It's going to be around $3,000 to $5,000 for a couple posts. That's the partnership that I have set up with ManyChat, because like ManyChat approached me like 2 months ago and they're like, hey, can we pay you to post our videos? And I was like, well, yeah, I already post ManyChat videos. So yeah, you can pay me now. Okay. So they pay me $7,000 for 2 videos and 2 stories. So for you, I'm assuming it would be like a 3 to 5K range. It would be somewhere around there for a couple posts and a couple stories, because you have a very niche audience, and that's, you know, basically what they're looking for. So it depends if they're looking for like an ongoing partnership where they want you to be on a monthly retainer. And for that, it would probably be like a couple $1,000s a month for like 1 to 2 posts a month. Or if they are just looking for a one-off deal where they would just want you to make a couple videos. So it all depends on what they're looking for.
Okay. All right. That gives me a good idea. I'll reference back the what you just said on the ChatGPT thing, and I'll kind of get those numbers too. So that's really the only question I had, dude.
Cool.
Everything else is going pretty solid.
Love it, bro.
Thanks, homie. Appreciate
Talk
you.
to you soon. Peace out. Carolina, what's up?
Hey, Brian.
How can I be of service?
Well, first, a win. Over the last 2 days, I have signed 3 clients, 2 6-month pips, and
Nice.
1 month-to-month a year.
Hell yeah. Love that.
So yeah, that's good. That actually has helped. I think what you told Rachel, what also helped me a lot. I feel that right now, like I actually thought about a lot raising my hand right now. I'm in a weird mental space. It has been a very, very weird month. In November, I felt that I had everything in my hands. Like it was my record month, everything was super good. And then December started by me getting my phone stolen. So I lost everything, like CapCut. I have this constant feeling that like I'm forgetting stuff because I didn't even have backup of my phone. So when I got a new one, of course, like I had to almost restart from scratch. It hasn't been a bad month. Like even yesterday when I was talking about it with my partner, he was like, yeah, how many clients have you signed? I'm like, yeah, I have signed like 6 clients. So it's not a bad month. But for example, with content, I feel that I'm really like not thriving, but surviving. And even I had a viral post, but it didn't bring any qualitative leads. Like it wasn't like really my niche. It was actually a pull-up video that I had done. I just reposted it and then it went viral. I started a bunch of conversations. And then he was telling me like, yeah, you need to do more gym stuff because that seems to like hit off. And I was like, yeah, but those are that's actually the content that is not bringing me like qualitative lead. So I'm really struggling to like the energy I'm putting and the time I'm putting with the content that I feel it's going to bring my avatar. It's not doing very good. It does bring some people, but it's not doing very good. I don't know. I feel like I'm a bit stuck.
So you feel stuck with your content, you feel stuck because like a couple things. So first things first is I think that when you like anytime anything happens that's outside of you, that's an adversity that like knocks you off, it's like first thing you need to do is you need to regain your balance. So like, do you feel like you've gotten your like balance regained?
No.
Like, do you feel like you've
No.
like you're like in your flow? So,
No,
like,
I know I've been that. I feel that the whole month I've been just hanging on for dear life, like trying not to disappoint my client, like trying to be there for like everything. Like, yeah, indeed, that's exactly like how you put it. I don't feel that I have my balance again, like, or
so
yet.
what I want you to do over the course of the next 5 days is focus on that. And so I want you to like rebuild your workflow, redo your schedule, like just like get clear on what you're fucking doing on a daily basis and get clear on like what the most important things are for you right now. So like refine your flow. You need to rebuild like a workflow, rebuild like a mindset routine, like rebuild your fucking balance. Focus for the next 5 days, you know? And then when you come back to work on Monday, we can talk about content. We can have a conversation about content next week. But like the number one thing that you need to do is you need to just like catch your balance, you know? Like catch your footing
that
and
makes
like
sense.
feel like you're on solid ground, because like I can give you advice on content, but it's not going to be relevant right now because
Yeah, that makes sense.
you need to be in a place where you're like, I feel good, you know, I'm ready to fucking
Yeah, indeed. Like right now, mentally, I feel like, I mean, even today at the gym, like I didn't want to be there. And I was so pissed at myself that I didn't want to be there because I had this mock meet, like powerlifting mock meet. And I was like, I've worked my ass for this, but I don't fucking want to be here. I was crying. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
So like, if you need to fucking have a cry, you need to fucking let it out. You know, you need to vent, get all your fucking anger and frustration out, and then forgive yourself, let it go, move the fuck on, and let's like tap back into the Carolina Torres bad bitch energy, you know?
All right, I will do.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, no, that was it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have the best day of your life. Julian, what's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up? Good, thank you very much.
I like your content a lot. So I was looking at our chat. Remind me your Instagram.
Olivari Tennis. Olivari Tennis.
There we go. Perfect. I really like your fucking content, bro. Your content's doing well. So the specific question that you had in the chat box, what was it? Remind me.
It's like I'm slowing down. I went really fast until 50,000 followers, and now like I really slow down suddenly. And I feel that something is like I'm watching my Instagram account, and everything is very educational. And I feel that something is missing. Maybe that's why I'm slowing down. Maybe it's because the December wasn't great for everybody. But I don't know. I feel that maybe something should be. I don't know. The views and stuff like this, I have no problem. Like I'm getting a lot of views, a lot of comments, a lot of CTA I put on most of my videos. So I have two style. One I'm shouting, and one it's like slow motion, like this one. Like this the shouting video that I same pattern every time. No, don't do this, do this, do this, do this.
Yeah. So I like the pattern. Like I think the reason that we're not getting people to follow you is simply because you're not asking.
Okay.
So like if you go to just go to my page, bro. If you go to my content, my views aren't. It's like not my views are crazy high, but like I would say on like most of my content. Just give me a sec. I'll find some examples. Follow at the real Brian Mark for more value. I think this is a very fucking simple fix, bro, because you are getting the reach. So if it's not, follow at the real Brian Mark for more value. So then when I get a video that goes viral, right? Get a video that goes viral, it says follow at the real Brian Mark for more value. So for you, so this video had 9,000 fucking likes, and then it says follow at the real Brian Mark for more value. So like this one video, let's see how many followers this brought in. This video brought in 599 followers. So like I think that you have the view count. Like if you look at the view count on my page, like you have the view count to be able to pull in consistent followers. But I think the only reason you're not pulling in more followers from your content is just simply because you're not asking.
Okay.
I think that's the good news, is that it's a very simple fix. So the two formats that you have, what are the two formats that you have?
So it's the shouting video. One is like the correction, and one is when I'm alone in the video. Here's like I start every time by shouting. There is slow motion, and then don't do this, and then one more explanation. This is the format I use. Like.
Okay. So like if something to consider is that if these two formats are working well, I think that you should start experimenting with a different format.
Yeah.
So I would start testing a new format. And the format that I would test specifically would be a format where you've got, I want to show you the format, something like this. So like you've got one tennis player on one side of the screen doing something stupid or whatever. And then the other tennis player on the other side of the screen showing the right way to do it. And it's like, don't do. You know, another example, Brian Abarca. This is one of my clients in the Millionaire Mastermind. This format is fucking Abarca Fitness, I think. Format is crushing for him right now. It's 1.1 million. So it's like gym home, but then it's gym routine, gym home. But it's like it's the split screen where he's showing. It's like, but for you, I would do the split screen on like what to do, what not to do. So it's like just a split screen, and then on the left side it would be what not to do, and then on the right side it would be what to do.
The only issue that there is with this kind of content is because you have a tennis racket, then it's really tough to put the full swing of the racket in half of the screen. That's the only issue I have with this. I've tried something similar.
It would have to be a super wide shot.
Okay. So I have to really zoom out completely, so I'm really small in the screen.
Yeah, it would have to be a super wide shot. And then maybe like, super wide shot. And then when you're doing like the X, you might even zoom into the thing that's fucked up.
Okay.
And then just like do an X, you know, so wide shot, you do the thing and then you zoom into the wrist and then it's like X and then check mark.
Okay.
But I do think that that's a thing worth experimenting. What's your, I also think that like when you have formats that work, Julian, like I have like my 3 or 4 formats at work and I'm always trying to test a new format like every week, because then as soon as you stop experimenting with a new format, that's usually when your Instagram will plateau. For me, I was stuck in a little bit of a plateau and then I started experimenting with formats. One of the formats that started crushing was like stuff like this. I'd never done stuff like this before, but then I just experimented with this format. Like this format got 111,000 views. Same thing with, so this is just a format I was experimenting with. I didn't know if it was going to do well or not. So that's the mindset, is like, you've got the 2 formats that work. I would say every week I would be experimenting with 1 or 2 different new formats, because if they don't work, they don't work. It's whatever. One of them is going to work.
Or put them on trial or put them directly on my feed.
Yeah. So like if the video is valuable itself, I would post it on your feed directly. That brings me to another point, Julian, that I haven't discussed with you. You said you've got 116 posts. Dude, how long have you been posting for?
6 months.
6 months. So like go back to your most viral posts and just repost them.
Yeah,
exact same thing, don't you?
That's what I did in December, because I saw that it was slow down everything. I said, and I live in Austria, so the weather is horrible. So I say, fuck it, and it doesn't look good indoor. So I repost some of my content. It went okay, but not like the first one, of course. But still, I have some good content that I can also repost also.
Another thing you can do, and this is something that a client in my mastermind is doing as well, Julian, is taking the same post that went viral, like your most viral posts, putting them on trial reels, and then putting a different fucking text on screen in the first 3 seconds, and then maybe changing the background music. So then it looks like a different video. And then you can just keep reposting those videos on trials with like different text on screen, different background music.
Okay. So changing the music and putting some written on the screen, you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then
Cool.
what's your main offer? The tennis offer, like, is it 12 weeks, 16 weeks? What is it?
No. What I'm doing is like 5 weeks. It's 5 weeks, but it's like between 5 to 7 session live with me, like Zoom.
Yep.
And I teach biomechanics. So I fix problem that they have in the technique, in their forehand, backhand, doesn't matter, at all levels, like in less than 5 weeks. So nobody can do this right now in the world. So I'm the only one with this method that I invent like 2 years ago. And it's working really nice, but it's not easy because people, struggle with the online and everything, but still. But what I'm the most important thing I think is going to be the sales, because I'm really bad at sales, bad.
we got sales mastery. We can help you with that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I signed up for the program also. It's because there I'm not great. And DM script also, I'm like 0.
We'll help you out with that. Don't worry. I got you on that.
Thanks.
Okay, bro. I appreciate you. Let me know if you need anything else, and happy to have you in the program.
It was great. Thank you very much.
Okay, bro. We'll talk to you soon. Peace out. All right, you guys. Hope everyone has the best day of their entire lives. Thank you guys for choosing me as your mentor. Fucking happy New Year. And just a reminder that on January 2nd, we're going to do a vision board party, set some big goals for the year so we can accomplish some big things in 2026. Love y'all. Appreciate you guys. Have the best day ever, and talk to you guys soon. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.